If you are a working professional, maybe you have 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, 20 years of experience, but you have been working, you are really working hard for your corporate life, you have given a lot of years to your organization, but deep inside, you're not happy, you're not fulfilled, you're satisfied. You feel, I can do a lot of stuff. And you are someone who is looking for a time and financial freedom, then this video is going to help you. So, in this today's video, I'm going to tell you what is life coaching, what is the growth opportunity in life coaching, and how you can make side income without quitting your job or taking any financial risk by becoming a successful coach. Hi, my name is Amol Karale. I'm a certified life coach and an NLP practitioner, and I'm the founder of Phoenix Rebirth Hub. So, what I want, just block your 20 minutes because in next 20 minutes, I'm going to brief you about these beautiful concepts which can help you to transform your life and which can help you to get an idea on how you can start your life coaching business without quitting your job or taking any financial risk. So let's get started. Now, what I've done, I've divided this video into four segments. The first thing, which I'm going to brief you about what a life coaching is not. Second, I'm going to brief about what life coaching is. Third, why working professionals are the perfect fit to become a life coach and how they can start making side income through life coaching. And then I'm going to brief you about what is the role of NLP in the life coaching. So first of all, let's get started with what is not life coaching. Now, please understand, life coaching is not about motivation. It's not about telling people, motivating people, or like speaking loud and changing people's life. I'm sure you might have seen many programs, or probably you have seen some motivational speakers the way they motivate people. But life coaching is not about that. Life coaching is exactly life coaching is just to understand what are the people problem, what are the current problem that they're going through, and what are the desired situation, what are their dream. And you need to ask questions, because as a life coach, your job is not to give the solution. As a life coach, your job is to ask questions, because every person has the resources within them, but you need to know how to ask questions. So please remember, life coaching is not about motivation, it's not about giving gyan. Many people say to me that life coaching is all about motivating people and it's about giving gyan people. No, it's not about gyan, it's not about motivation. Because please understand, guys, I'm sure you might have attended a lot of motivation sessions. The motivation lasts for 1 or 2 days. Because as a life coach, your job is to understand what exactly is the deeper problem that people are going through. And usually, in motivation sessions, it just they motivate, but they don't understand the root cause, the challenges that people are going through in their life. Because every person has different challenges. Every person might have different fears. Every person might be operating with a different mindset. Every person might have a different limiting beliefs, or they might have a different map, the way they see the world. So you can't have one solution to everyone. So that's the reason it's so important in as a life coach to understand people problem, to understand people challenges, and why specifically they're doing that behavior, or why they're not able to take action. Yeah. Now let's talk about the second stuff. So what is life? So please remember, life coaching is not about motivation. It's not about gyan. So then the second part comes, what is life coaching? So very simple definition I'm going to brief you. Life coaching is all about partnership. It's like a co-creation where you are helping a person to move from A to B. Okay, so again, I'm going to repeat the definition. Very simple definition. Life coaching is a partnership. You're helping someone to move from A to B. Now, what is A? So A is the current situation, the current challenges that people go through. For example, see, I want to give my example. So in 2018, I was going through stress, anxiety, overthinking, a lot of fear, self-doubt. So all this was the current challenge that I was going through. And then I had a desire. So B is a desire. So what's the desire I was having? I wanted to change my life. I wanted to overcome stress and anxiety. I wanted to become more calm. I wanted to be more relaxed. I wanted to have a time and financial freedom. So these are all the desires. So now, as you're listening to me, just think about your life. What are the current situation challenge that you're going through, and what is your desire? Okay. So as a coach, like, what's the role? The role is to help a person move from A to B, to move from the current situation to the desired outcome. And how you will do this? You do a process. And the process is, as a coach, your job is to ask questions. As a coach, your job is to listen to them, to be present with them, to show empathy towards them, to understand them, to ask the questions so that they can start reflecting. Okay. So that's the main responsibility of a life coach, just to be with them. So see, again, obviously you need to learn tools and technique to help people to whatever problem they're going through. There are a lot of tools and technique that you learn in NLP. But I believe The tools and technique is secondary. But the most important thing as a life coach, your job is to have an intent. Like, are you really hungry to change that person's life? Are you really ready to change that person's life? So that's the intention that you should have. And the second important thing is skills. So see, most of the time I have seen many coaches just focus on the knowledge. Okay, many coaches try to get knowledge from different from different stuff by reading book or watching YouTube video, but knowledge is secondary. The most important thing is your intent and your skills. Once you have the skills and once you have a right intent, then you can help any person to move from A to B. So that's the life coaching. Now, the third important step is uh, why working professionals are the right fit to become a life coach. Because I believe each of you, as you're listening to me, you might have 10, 15 years of experience. Now imagine you have gone through your own challenges. Initially when you started your career, you were not confident, but you might have worked on some aspects of your life. So for example, the reason I decided to, you see, when I started my journey of my transformation journey, I never thought to become a coach because I was going through my own problem, own challenges. As I said to you earlier, I was going through stress, anxiety. I had failed in my 12th standard, my graduation. I failed in my graduation, my first attempt. I failed my three startup, but didn't have that confidence in my corporate life. And then I got that awareness. Oh, this is the problem which I'm going through, and that's the reason I'm not getting the result which I was looking for. So I started working on my problem. I started working on my challenges, and that's when I realized if I can work on this problem, I can help someone to help the same problem which I have been gone through. So as a working professional, you have certain skills, you have gone through some problem, but probably you're not aware that yes, I've solved this issue for me and I can solve for other person. Now there are some of you might be aware, right? Like, I want to help other people, but you don't know the tools and technique. You don't know how to take person from A to B, and that's what you need to learn. So I believe it's a learnable skill. If you have learned cycling, if you learned driving, if you have cleared your engineering, if you have cleared your chartered accountant, or like I don't know, like who's listening to this video. So I'm sure you might have achieved something in life by practicing that skill, by putting the time and efforts to learn that skill. So any skill is learnable. So if you feel that yes, I want to help people, but I don't know the life coaching skill, then you can learn the skill. You can put time, you can put the efforts, and then without quitting your job, on every weekend you can start making some side income by coaching people. So that's how I started my journey. So in 2019 when I decided to get into coaching, I didn't quit my job. So first I learned coaching skill, I worked on myself, and then I started practicing. And then on every weekend I will do a free discovery calls with people, I will do a free coaching. And once I got confidence, then I decided I want to get into full time into coaching. I got initial clients, I got initial testimonials, people started paying me, and that's how I got that confidence. And then once I saw that my income in coaching was more than what I was making in Times of India, my last organization, then I decided that I want to get full time into coaching. But again, it was a journey for me. I was working on every weekend. I was putting the time and efforts to learn this skill. Now, the last step is the lore of NLP in coaching. Obviously, I will not go in detail in NLP, so I'm going to make separate videos in NLP. So, in a simple way, NLP, in a simple layman language, what is NLP? NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. Neuro means what I think, how I think. L means language, the language that you use. Like, for example, if you see some people always tell, I can't do this, it's not possible for me. But there are some people who use a language that yes, it's possible for me, I can make it happen. So just the language. So once you have that empowering language, you can achieve anything. And then what's P is programming. So how habits are formed when you repeat something, so that's called programming. So how you can form the habits, how habits are formed. So you learn a lot of stuff in neuro linguistic programming. There are different tools and techniques that you learn. Now in NLP, we mostly work with people's thought, emotions, feelings, actions now, and results. So there are some people who are not good, not get results in life. They're working hard, but the reason they're not getting the results because of the thought. So as an NLP coach, when you become a life coach, it's very important to work on people's thought. Because imagine if they have a negative thoughts, and the feelings will be negative. If the feelings are negative, they will take action, but they'll still not get the result because the problem is the thought. And where this thought comes from your programming. Like, programming comes from your family, from the environment. So as a coach, it's very important to work on people's TFAR. So T stands for thoughts, F stands for feeling, A stands for action, and R stands for results. So this is a basic thing that as an NLP you should know. But as I said, I'm going to keep making videos on NLP so that you understand. So I hope you have understood what is life coaching, how it really works, what is not life coaching, and what is the basic definition of NLP. Now, if you want to learn more about this, I can't cover this entire stuff in 15-20 minutes video. So what I do a workshop. So it's a free workshop where I teach you how you can become a life coach. I share you the 5 pillars to becoming a life coach. I teach you the 5 pillars in that 2 hours. I give you the data, or like how we can how is the life coaching industry growing, and then also brief you how we can start getting clients, how we can become a successful life coach. It's a 2 hour interactive workshop. So if you're someone who wants to make side income through life coaching, then you can go ahead. You can click on the link in the description. I have shared you the link, and you attend the workshop. Anyways, it's a free workshop. And after that workshop, if you feel you want to know more about it, and if you want the roadmap, then I give an opportunity to have an discovery call with me or my team member, and then you can book a discovery call. For discovery call, we charge a very minimal amount of rupees 499, because we want serious people to book that call. It's a one-on-one call for 1 hour, where we understand your problem, why you want to become a life coach, and we show you the roadmap, and then it depends on you whether you want to do it by your own or whether you want our support. So that's what we do. So if you have liked this video, do like it, do subscribe to our channel, because we are going to come up with a lot of videos on life coaching, on different tools, technique, on NLP, how to change habit, how to be the best version of yourself. So all these videos which will help you to transform your life. So do subscribe to our channel, and if you have liked this video, do share with your friends or working professionals, and who want to make side income through life coaching. Yeah. So I'm going to see you in the next video. God bless you, and keep growing in life. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.